Here's the truth. The truth is that I have spent the last 3 years of my life, and actually the last 5 years of my life, making these movies, working with Andy and working in the intensive post, which nothing prepares you when you're, I've done a number of different movies, but nothing can prepare you for the intensity of the post-production on these movies. And I am there from 9 a.m. to midnight for, I haven't had dinner with my family during the week for well over, I don't know, 2 years. It's just like, that's what you do. And so I haven't had the chance to work on the story or anything. They did approach me, and I do have an enthusiastic connection to it from my childhood, and I think what I respond to about Batman is what I respond to about Caesar, which is this idea of a tortured, troubled character who's struggling to do the right thing in an imperfect world. And I think the reason that I'm drawn to that is that the metaphors of those stories enable you to do something that I think is relatable. And it relates to this world, and it's something I can connect to. And everything I try to do from a point of view and a personal perspective. It's a weird thing to say that these two films that we've just made are very personal to me, but they are. And that's the way I approach everything. I would describe it as an emotional compass that's leading me through, that tells me, if I'm connecting to the material, where the camera goes, and how Andy and I are going to talk about scenes and what we're going to do when we're writing the scenes. So it has to be personal in a way that may not seem immediately obvious, but I feel that way about Batman. And I hope one of the things that's really been consistent for me, though my work seems quite disparate in genre, is point of view. And I think that the filmmaker who made me want to make movies was Martin Scorsese when I was young. And through him, and like Taxi Driver, I discovered Alfred Hitchcock. And I realized, the power of cinema is this idea of putting you in this empathic relationship to someone who is not you, even someone who's doing things you'd like to think you would never do, so that you can question those things about yourself. Would I do that? And go through that experience. And so what I would hope to do when I do begin Batman is to use that same approach and to try and do a very point of view driven immersive story that I hope will be somehow emotionally connected to how I feel.